Welcome to another episode of the Bethesda Brothers Podcast. I am the KingFanMan, joined with my co-host, Joey Caps Gaming, or as I call him, Brother Joe. Brother Joe, by the way, before I even ask Joe how he's doing, y'all please subscribe to Joey Caps Gaming because he does great gaming content.
Yeah. For all the content that's there, please. No, I got content coming up. I feel like I've been saying that for months. But I really do.
I love doing our podcast together. I love hanging out with you. And today we've got something great to talk about. I really like it when we've got something good to talk about. We got a rare update on the Elder Scrolls 6 from Bethesda themselves. In fact, Todd Howard, Emil Pagliarulo, and Angela Power all talked about the Elder Scrolls. They were doing an interview on Fallout, but of course they got asked about the Elder Scrolls. Now, they didn't give away any major secrets, but there's some pretty cool things we're going to get into. Todd Howard basically talked about, he said it's really progressing well. Emil Pagliarulo was stressing, y'all are going to have to wait. And again, I'm going to get into the specific quotes, but Angela really had some really good quotes about the Elder Scrolls, and you could just tell how excited she is about what's going on with the Elder Scrolls. So I can't wait to give y'all these updates. Let's start with Todd Howard. We'll start right off the bat. He was asked about the Elder Scrolls. He said, it is progressing well, and he said the majority of the studio is on it at the moment. Now, that goes kind of not really in contrast, but a little bit to what he said just in an interview before, where he says they are doing most on Fallout right now. And we might talk about that later. But he says the majority, and I think he's talking about the Maryland studio, is working on the Elder Scrolls 6. And then he does go into talking about overlapping and all that. Again, I believe there's double development going on, Joe. I believe Fallout 5 is in development, full development, because Todd goes...
He's saying it here without saying it.
Yeah, he says we are used to overlapping development. It is a process. We have a long pre-production, blah, blah, blah. But he says we are used to developing two things. And I think we need to remind people, because people always push back on this. Microsoft has told them that Fallout is a priority, even though the Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out first. And Microsoft reorganized Bethesda Game Studios so that they could develop two games at once. And that's exactly what they're doing. And you're right. That's exactly what Todd Howard says without saying it.
Yep. You know, King, it's funny, though. A lot of people are taking this quote, this Todd Howard quote. I saw a bit of it today on X. And they're taking it as, oh, we won't see Elder Scrolls 6 for a while. They're never going to tell you when it's coming out.
No.
It could be dang near done. He's not going to tell you that.
Nope.
But what did he tell you? It's going well. Things are good. Then he said that we always overlap. They always overlap. So it's like if you read in between the lines a little bit, if that means that they're overlapping, that also means, well, that they've been working on Elder Scrolls 6 for a really long time.
Yeah.
Since they were working on the end of Starfield.
Yeah.
Right? So they've been working on it for a really long time. It's just you have to really, and I don't know if you saw, I believe was this Skyrim Nintendo Switch trailer, or
yes,
it was something.
That was it.
And it said, sneak is 20 or
his
something.
His skill level, his speech level went up from 26 to 27.
Or no, 20 to 27.
20 to
so
27.
20,
okay. 27. You're right.
Yeah. So it's like, I was like, huh. They like to drop those little hints in there.
Yes.
And just to even get you going a little bit.
Yes.
But I really think they're not. Keep this in mind, too. Now, I'm going back years ago, and I'm sorry, King, but I'm going back years ago when the Fallout 4 script leaked, I believe, on Kotaku. It leaked. Pete Hines came out and said, until you hear anything from us,
Yeah.
don't believe anything you read on the internet.
They
That was
denied
back
it
in
fully. Yes.
that was back in 2015.
Yes. The
Then
spring.
6
Yeah.
months later, they announced Fallout 4 just like that.
Yes.
Like just out of nowhere, they announced it.
Well,
I
Joe,
remember that out of nowhere.
me and
So
you,
this is how they do things.
I know it. In that very interview where Todd Howard's saying it's a long way away, it's a long way away. At the end of that interview, he says, "I like to say it's a long way away," and then boom, drop it. So he's
Yeah,
gonna
I
he's
know.
gonna keep saying it's a long way away, and we'll get into what Emil Pagliarulo said because it's all about it's a long way away. But I still think 2027. I think if that was a hint in that commercial, which it looks pretty teasy, and Bethesda loves doing that. 2027 just matches up with all the timelines, according to Todd Howard, of how long it takes. But I want to get into Angela Power because, like I said, she had pure excitement when it came to her comments, and I've got about 6 comments from her. So let's just go through them one at a time. She says it's wonderful to be back in the Elder Scrolls universe. She says, I'm so excited for what we've done and for what's in front of us. And she did say, as the internet tells us, it's been a long time. So they all, dropped that just a little bit. But this is her main point. She said, the industry, the hardware has made such huge leaps and bounds. And she just kept saying, she thought the opportunities and the possibilities are endless and crazy for the Elder Scrolls 6. Now, we know a little bit about the Elder Scrolls 6. According to Todd Howard, he wants to make it this big simulator. And he wants to make it where you can play it for 10 years. You've heard him say that. And now hearing from Angela, she says, even though I believe they're toward the end of the process here of this game, what do you believe she's talking about when she says the opportunities and possibilities are endless? Are they making the game to be replayable in crazy new ways?
King, I want to touch on this. This is what kind of triggered me just now with what you just said. You said a lot of wonderful things, but the one thing that I did not like is playing Elder Scrolls 6 for 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Because I know why.
We've been playing Skyrim for 14 years already.
Yeah.
Don't do this. Don't do this to us again.
Yeah.
Give us Elder Scrolls 6. Don't wait 10 years for another Elder Scrolls. Don't wait 6 years for another, maybe 6, but just don't wait 10 years for another Elder Scrolls.
I agree.
I don't want them to wait 10. Of course, we're going to play the heck out of it. Just because Fallout 4 exists does not mean that people don't play New Vegas. People play a ton of New Vegas.
Yep.
People play a ton of Fallout 3. Like,
Give
it doesn't matter.
Give us choices.
Yeah, because they're great games.
Yes.
So Elder Scrolls 6, hopefully it's great. Hopefully it's good. Don't tell me that you're going to, because you're basically saying that it's going to be another decade from the point Elder Scrolls 6 releases that we'll get our hands potentially on a new Elder Scrolls game after that.
Absolutely.
I don't want to wait that long. That's a long time.
Amen.
What? So if Elder Scrolls 6 comes out next year, then and then 10 more years at the earliest, we'll be 10 years older, King.
I know it. I wasn't even going to get into this in this podcast, but Todd Howard just recently did an interview talking about AI and how AI is changing gaming. And I talked about this on the Kingcast, the last Kingcast. Yeah. I don't know how much it's going to affect the Elder Scrolls 6. It's not going to affect it as much. But if you look at how AI has boomed, and I mean it's been a boom in the last just few months, gaming is going to drastically change. And some of the systems that they're going to put into these games by AI, I believe, will make them replayable in ways that are crazy. making NPCs so much smarter to where in each game they're not only reacting with you differently, they're reacting with other NPCs differently. So every time you play the game, it's totally different. It's going to get crazy. In fact, she goes on to say, she says, honest, seeing the things happening right now that we're doing in the Elder Scrolls 6, she said, if my person that worked on Skyrim days, she could have never envisioned seeing things like this going on now. I mean, you can hear her excitement about what's going on, but you just wonder what all they're putting into this game.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. That's great and all, King. Give me a good game. That's all I want. I just want a good game because your last 3 releases, I mean, people hated them.
Yeah.
At release. Fallout 4, 76, Starfield. Their last 3 releases, and that spans over, 10 years? Right? So, just give me a good game at launch. And it's funny when Todd Howard says, we have long pre-productions on things so that we feel good about them. It's a process. We all wish it went a little bit faster or a lot faster, but it's a process that we want to get right. Well, what in the heck happened with Starfield?
Yeah.
What happened there?
Yeah.
It's a completely different game now than what it was. They added the land vehicle, right? There's a different way to fast travel now with the mini map in cities. That wasn't there at launch. So, it's basic stuff wasn't in there. So you're telling me that you take all this time on a game, but then you still release it, I don't want to say crappy, but it's not the best game that it could be.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So
I don't want to hear this, it's a process that we want to get right. You failed the last 3 times. Fallout 76, totally different game than what it was at launch. Fallout 4, Far Harbor. People clamored for a Far Harbor type DLC, and they did it. So, no, your last 3 games at launch weren't very good. So why are you taking so much damn time? I'm sorry, King. I'm aggravated. I am. I'm a little aggravated. I hate these comments.
I know
they annoy me.
Well, just wait. I saved the worst for last because Emil's are horrible. But
I don't even want to listen to him. Who else's comments? Todd Howard and
yeah,
who?
Todd Howard and Angela Power. Angela's are great.
Hers were fantastic.
And she was fantastic. We're not done with her. The last thing she says, she says, when the day comes that fans can play it, especially those who have been lifers with our brand, I want them to see how far our games have come. So, I mean, you can tell that she's genuinely excited for the advancements. Now, I will say this, and I think we've gotten into it perfectly, what happened to Starfield. It took them so long on Starfield to get the flying the spaceships right and the building the spaceships and all this other stuff that the core game suffered. The good news is they're going back to the Elder Scrolls. This is something they know. This is something, as long as they don't get wrapped up in boat building, castle building, whatever it is, they've got to do the core game first and make it good. They have to.
Yeah, I know. They do. It's just what happened with Fallout, That's all. I mean, Fallout's in a much better place. Fallout 4, Fallout 76 especially, in a much better place. Yeah, I just hope that they give Elder Scrolls 6 the TLC it deserves. And what she said, it made me feel really great.
Yes.
Really great about that. But what Todd Howard said, it's just the same song and dance over and over again. And it's like, all right, if this is what's taking you so long because you want to get it right, well, you haven't gotten it right your past 3 releases. You just didn't.
I want to show you the contrast of Angela Power, love her comments, to Emil Pagliarulo. Now, I would say that Emil is not one of our favorite developers on this show.
No.
When they ask Angela, how's the game going? She talks about
Right.
it's wonderful. She's so excited to be seeing it. They're making all these, strides from games past. When they ask Todd, he says it's going well. When they ask Emil,
What did this schmuck say? Tell me.
2 words. It's going. He said it's going. And then he says 2 other things, and I'm just going to let you react in natural time. He says, the time pressure that players put on us, we don't put on ourselves. So he feels no pressure in the fact that it's been 15 years since the Elder Scrolls came out. And then he says, games like this not only take a lot of time to make, but they take a lot of time to spit and polish and get the bugs out. Well, when have they ever done that?
That's exactly.
He said, so what do our fans really want? Do they want a game that comes out before it should but doesn't meet their expectations? Or do they want a turkey that's in the oven for long enough to be delicious when it comes out? So we're going to take our time.
Okay, so before that turkey thing, read that comment again.
So
Before the turkey one.
So what do our fans want? A game that comes out before it should but doesn't meet their expectations?
Yeah. Good. Your past 3 didn't meet our expectations.
And
what are you talking about?
And they still took you forever. I know.
The past 3 didn't meet our expectations, Emil. What a lousy comment. What a lousy comment.
He's clueless.
My gosh, I don't mean to scream. We're not throwing any filters on this. On my channels, I got filters, and it helps the screaming. So I'm used to screaming on my other stuff, right? But so I apologize, guys. I really do. But King, this drives me. He drives me nuts. You got it wrong. Your last 3 games. I'm sorry, but you did. Last 3.
There is no self-awareness. None.
76, a completely different game. April 2020 is when they came out with Wastelanders, and it changed the game forever. That's a year and a half after the game released. What are we talking about? Starfield, like I said earlier, Fallout 4, people were so dang angry about it. The voice protagonist, just the content of the game in general. I love Fallout 4. I do. I deeply love it. I didn't share that sentiment. But I will say this. The popular opinion was that it wasn't very good for a Fallout game. That was the popular opinion. So the disconnect is absolutely unreal with these people. It's unreal. Do you know what? I don't want to call for anybody's jobs, but I want these lousy people off the IPs that I love. I want them off of them. Put people on it who are going to take care of it, who are going to treat it with tender love and care, and stop feeding us this utter crap. I can't take it. I really can't.
So let me ask your honest opinion and try to calm down before you answer this. If you had to say today, is the Elder Scrolls going to meet my expectations? What is your answer? Go.
I sure hope so.
No. You have to tell me, is it going to meet your expectations?
Track record, the last 3 didn't.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know.
But
last 3 didn't.
And I'm playing devil advocate, and I feel the same way you do on these. Fallout 4, the voice protagonist and the dialogue system is really what hurt that game so much. The game overall, it had its problems, but it was a good game compared to how Fallout 76 released and Starfield. I would put Fallout 4 above those 2.
1,000%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Fallout 76 and Starfield was totally out of their element. One's a multiplayer game, the other one's a space game. They've never done it. They're going back to their bread and butter. They're going back to, in fact, Fallout is not even their bread and butter. Elder Scrolls is their bread and butter. That's what made them.
Right.
So if there was ever a time for them to get back to what we expect from them, this would be it.
Very true, King. Very true. But my issue is this. Stop saying It's a process. We want to get it right. Stop saying that what Emil said. I don't even remember what he said. It was just such utter
Trash.
feces.
It
I just
was.
can't take both of them. Todd Howard's wasn't as bad, but Emil's was terrible. That was a terrible comment.
It was.
Terrible, terrible. Read it again for me. Read that comment again if you can. That comment that really grinded my gears.
So, what do our fans want? A game that comes out before it should, but doesn't meet their expectations? Or do they want a turkey that's in the oven for long enough to be delicious when it comes out?
We're waiting for the turkey, Emil. We're waiting for the turkey. We haven't had the turkey in 15 years, 14 years, Emil.
And
We're waiting on that turkey.
And then he finishes with, so we are going to take our time for as long as it needs to be great. No self-awareness of what's going on.
Zero.
Zero. And I would say Todd Howard also has, I mean, he's a little better at it, but he's the same thing.
Better. Yeah. It's a little better, but it's a process that we want to get right. Just that irks me.
We all wished it went a little bit faster or a lot faster. Come on, Todd. Tell the truth. You have mismanaged Bethesda Game Studios for 10 years. That's what you've done. But anyway.
Yeah.
So getting away from Todd and Emil, I want to go back and end this podcast in a good way. And I go back to Angela. Pure excitement. That's what I want to see from them. She was really excited to be working on this game. She's excited to see the changes that have come between Skyrim and this game. That gets me excited, Joe. Because she even ends with, she said, when the day comes that our fans do play it, especially those lifers that's me and you, we're a lifer. She wants us to see how far their games have come. That's exciting. That gets me excited. I mean,
that gets me excited. But those other two schmucks, the one main schmuck, Todd Howard isn't a schmuck. I won't call him a schmuck. The other schmuck, the schmuck of the schmucks over at Bethesda, him, lousy.
Yes. Well, you see why I started with Angela. You see,
Angela's a sweetheart.
Yep.
All I gotta say.
I really want to dive into this one more time, though. She says she talks about the opportunities and possibilities twice. I really want to know what she's talking about. She says the opportunities, the hardware, the rendering, all the stuff that's changed, the possibilities are crazy. Is she talking about the possibilities of what they do in the final days of development? Or is she talking about the possibilities of what we get to do when we get the game? I'm really wondering what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Do you think she's excited for what they're going to put in the game in the end? Or the possibilities of how the game's changed so much and us playing it? What do you think?
I think probably what she means by it is it's going to be that Elder Scrolls 6, that Elder Scrolls experience that we all love and we're accustomed to, but it's going to be even grander.
On steroids.
You know, it's going to be something that we've never seen in Elder Scrolls, but it's still going to be Elder Scrolls. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
So it is exciting. She does excite me, but as I said, the other two guys, especially Emil, not so much.
In fact, her last quotes, again, she reiterates it again. Elder Scrolls 6 is this endless set of possibilities. That's 3 times she said it. And then she finishes with, it's going to be dope. No, it is dope, is what she said. What she said.
God bless her heart.
Yes. Thank you for giving us a little bit of excitement, Angela. Yeah. Thank you. From now on, if you're not going to get rid of him, put Emil in a service closet somewhere in the back of Bethesda. Don't let him talk to anyone.
Oh, man, that's great. That's awesome.
I cannot wait to see what they've done with the Elder Scrolls. I can't wait to see the changes. Like I said, it does make me excited for it. I still believe it's 2027. Joe,
Right.
if they wait any longer than that, I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's just way too long.
It is. I mean, it's already been
It's,
way too long.
yeah, it's just way too long. Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Well, this is about the most of an update you're going to get from a studio, especially Bethesda Game Studio, on a game they're currently working on. So this was definitely a rare little peek into it. Now, again, all Emil and Todd wanted to say is it's going to be a long time. But I'm
Yeah.
glad that
Yeah.
Angela gave us a little peek into the excitement that she has for this game going forward. I'm going to answer the question I gave you. Do I expect this game to meet my expectations? Bethesda has disappointed us so much lately. What they did with Fallout 4 Anniversary is just unexcusable.
Right.
I would say this and I had kind of said something like this about Starfield, but this there is no excuses when it gets to this one. If they don't hit the ball out of the park, then I don't think we're ever going to get another magical game from Bethesda, because this is, like I said, this is their bread and butter. What excuse
Yeah.
you can't use generation procedural generation as excuse. What excuse can they have if this one doesn't do good?
Yeah. They created this universe.
Yes,
They created it.
yes. So
So we'll see.
I want a Skyrim on steroids is what I want. Will you have any thoughts left of the Elder Scrolls 6, Joe, or have you yelled
I
out?
don't, gang. I don't. I don't. I think my voice is just
Yep.
I'm gonna need to drink some tea tonight.
Well, guys, thank you for joining me and Joey Caps. We love bringing these to you. If you're not subscribed to Joe, please do it. His link not only is down in the description below, but now that we're collaborating on these, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, and it'll actually give you the option to subscribe to both of us. So please do that. I am the King Fan Man. He is Joey Caps. We'll see you next time.